So let's start with my palette. I have here gray disposable paper, which is great to put colors on rather than directly on white. And I have the canvas board taped to the right of it so that you can see me painting with the palette and the painting side by side. My palette is fairly limited. I use basically titanium white, two yellows, a cool and a warm, cad yellow pale, cad yellow medium, two reds, warm and cool. That's naphthol red light and quinacridone magenta. Then I have ultramarine blue, viridian, which I kind of consider a warm blue, cerulean blue, and I have transparent red oxide. There are some rules with reflections, and the reflection is most often darker and a tiny bit muddier than what it's reflecting. So the buoy itself will be, bright and contoured and all of that, and the reflection of the buoy, which is basically on a mirrored water surface that has ripples in it, so it's flat. So obviously one of the most interesting or the prettiest thing about this scene of the bright red buoy are the reflections, which is what this demo is really all about. And reflections, when they're close to you, when they come, think of railroad tracks. When railroad tracks come towards you, the space between the tracks becomes there's more space in between each track, and as they go off into the distance, the tracks look closer together, and that's perspective. It's the same thing basically with water ripples. As the ripples come towards you, they break apart, they become more distinct and more abstract shapes. And this is where the beauty comes in of painting reflections. You can see on my palette all these little mixtures of, the red areas, which are the buoy, and, I'm trying to find clean spots to put the blue mixtures because I want those to be pure. Several green mixtures these are for the reflections. And I grab from one pile, to the other. And particularly when I'm in the water, in certain areas where I just need to kind of modify it and dull it down a little bit. Right now, on the part of the water that comes towards you, even though there's a lot of white in there, I'm going to try to get the blue down first because it is easier to paint in oil painting. Not always, but often it is easier to put lights on top of darks. So now I'm putting in some of my lighter colors that are back there as the water goes off behind the little buoy in the end of the dock. And like I was saying before, taking the lighter color, the white, and the little wavelet reflections, and just kind of carving in and painting over the blue, because it can be easier to paint light colors over dark colors. And just trying to, carve in a way that they look like little tiny wavelets and little reflection notes. And I am being fairly detailed here. I'm actually going fairly close to the photo because it's hard to make up reflections. They really, they're very distinct shapes, especially when you're up close like this to the object. Thank you for watching this edited demo of painting the red buoy. I hope that sharing some tips can help you in your own works. My full 30-minute instructional demonstration narrated from start to finish with all kinds of tips on painting water and reflections of this red buoy is available for a small fee at www.nicolestudio.com, in addition to other videos painting different subject matter.